So are you saying that his views differ than what you've said, that you don't represent him?
No, obviously I represent him, but I'm not going to say everything 100% to what he believes. That video is completely taken out of context.
But how so? We found the context here.
Yeah, I get that. That's unfortunate that I said that. I think that was, bad on my part. Unfortunately, that does associate Congressman John Curtis with a negative image, and that's on me.
Interesting to me is that 5 minutes ago you accused me of taking out of context, and then I showed you the full context, and now you're saying it's unfortunate.
That's my mistake, and I'll own that. And you can even put the field director, Daniel Stevens, resigned, right? I'd be happy to do whatever.
When are you tendering your resignation?
Right now.
Hi, Dan Stevens. You're the field director for John Curtis for Congress. We have you on video talking to one of our undercover journalists here, saying that your boss, John Curtis from Utah's 3rd Congressional District, does not like trigger laws.
No, he does not like the trigger laws.
And he stated that.
He has not come out and stated it. That's a problem when it comes to Republican primary, right?
Why can't he say it?
He won't win.
I think it's unfair what you're putting out there. It was very taken out of context.
We also have another clip here where you call the voters ignorant, and you say they don't have the information. So isn't it kind of circular reasoning, though, to not give the voters the information about what he actually believes, and then call the voters? Aren't the voters ignorant because they don't know what he believes about trigger laws?
I called voters ignorant.
Yeah. Yep.
It goes back to the voters.
Exactly. They're not willing to do the research. They want it to be easy. It's
voter ignorance.
Yeah. That's the best way to put it. So
we can manipulate that.
Yeah.
And use it to win.
Yeah.
You actually went further. You said it's the best way to put it that the voters are ignorant. You still stand by those statements?
I mean, this is quite something for journalism, sending in an individual who's going to be a volunteer, asking whether or not they're ignorant, and then getting an individual to agree and then say that's the best way to put it. That's unfortunate.
But you did say, did you not say these things?
I didn't say it was ignorance. I agreed with what he was saying, but I didn't say it.
You said, quote, that's the best way to put it.
If you wanted to get my responses, I'd be happy to talk to you. Like, this is terrible.
We're talking to you right now.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. What questions do you have instead of trying to do some sleazy undercover thing?
Well, which is sleazier? Us reporting on what the politicians say in private, or the politician? This is the third.
I'm not the politician, though. I'm a 24-year-old working for a campaign, a field director, someone who gets signs out there, someone who's in charge of campaigning, making sure that the grassroots efforts are moving, and you're thinking that my comments are exactly what the politician believes, right? I once again, I'm very pleased with this project.
So are you saying that his views differ than what you've said, that you don't represent him?
No, obviously I represent him, but I'm not going to say everything 100% to what he believes. And that's the thing, that content or that video is completely taken out of context.
But how so? We found the context here.
What is a trigger law?
So when Roe v. Wade gets overturned, right? Or when whatever the language is there, because I still have no idea what's going on.
Right.
Some states, especially the state of Utah, has what they call a trigger law, which basically says the moment that's gone, this is the new law of the land, right? Here in Utah, abortion's completely illegal, which is fascinating. I never thought that Governor Cox would get into something so
egregious.
Yeah, exactly. Restrictive.
There's the additional quote-unquote context that you requested.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I get that. That's unfortunate that I said that. I think that was, bad on my part. Unfortunately, that does associate Congressman John Curtis with a negative image, and that's on me. But I will say that he's extremely pro-life. He's an individual that believes that discussion and policy-based decisions need to happen when everyone's at the table. It's something that he's fought for hard for 4 years. Unfortunately, I did make a comment like that, and that's unfortunate.
What's interesting to me is that 5 minutes ago you accused me of taking out of context, and then I showed you the full context, and now you're saying it's unfortunate. Are you afraid that you got caught saying it?
No, I'm not afraid that I got caught saying it. I don't think that's the issue at all. I think the way that I said it seems very unfortunate, and I regret that. that's my mistake, and I'll own that.
People think we're a rhino, and people think we're an establishment conservative. So it's like
So how does he make people think that, try to keep that establishment? 'Cause how can
he stays quiet.
about what he really thinks?
Yeah.
He stays quiet about what he really thinks. This is you characterizing your congressional boss. Whether you're 24 or 34 or 54, you're a field director for a congressman, and you're paid. We have your federal elections pay stub, and you're telling us, these are your words, not mine, that he, quote, stays quiet, unquote, and then you laugh. Are you going to resign?
I'd be happy to. If that's what it takes to make sure that a good member of Congress stays in Congress, I'd be happy to. Congressman John Curtis is a very silent fighter. I think that's clear to voters in Utah, right? He's not someone to jump in front of the camera, right? He's someone that's going to, do his work, stay behind.
Come on, man. The panned lines, the political BS. I mean, you keep talking about how ethical and moral people Utah. They're on video saying he stays quiet about what he believes. Is people are going to look at this video and think all these canned things you're saying is not as honest as what you say there in the office. Have you heard of Project Veritas?
I have heard of Project Veritas, and I'm very frustrated. I thought you guys... I actually have watched you guys multiple times. I thought you guys were trying to be able to find the truth. I think this is unfortunate that you're using words that aren't completely in context. I wish I would have recorded it.
We showed you the full context, and then you...
Show me the full context. There is nothing on the discussion. There's nothing on bringing everyone back together. I've said this multiple times in our conversation. It hasn't been brought up once in that video, which is unfortunate, because I think that's what we need more of.
We can put that in the piece. We'll put that...
Please.
Congress is not doing their job. We have not come together. We have not decided what is right for Americans, right? When it comes to abortion law. So let's come together. Let's work through the process. Yeah, it'll be ugly. Yeah, there'll be different opinions, but let's do it. And he's done it before. That's the incredible thing, right? He's passed 15 bills into law in 4 years.
And you can even put the field director, Daniel Stevens, resigned, right? I'd be happy to do whatever it takes.
When are you tendering your resignation?
Right now. Hi, Adriel. I'm just giving you a call. I had a volunteer come in last week that apparently was an undercover individual for Project Veritas, that they're associating a lot of my opinions with Congressman John Curtis's opinions. I would just like to give you my resignation so this doesn't go and affect the boss. I really believe in Congressman John Curtis, and I believe in what he stands for, and I'd be happy to do this to make sure that this...
Well, what's the nature of it?
Yeah, we talked about trigger laws, and I mentioned the discussion we've had of the fact that Congressman John Curtis is someone who believes in discussion and bringing everyone to the table, and how some trigger laws don't capture the nature of that. We talked about the Utah trigger law, and they asked if whether he would support it, and I said yes, he would support it because he believes in the sanctity of life. He's pro-life. Just unfortunately, some of the words that I said are not kind of what we want Congressman John Curtis to have, representing him, and for that reason, I'm giving my resignation. I think it would just be better, Adriel, honestly. I'm not worth it. Congressman John Curtis is, so please just accept my resignation.
I'm trying to understand what is happening here.
This is James O'Keefe. You're on speaker. We've done an investigation. We have Daniel.
They had someone come in as a
quote,
volunteer.
Quote, does the congressman agree? And this is Daniel Stevens' quote, no, he does not like the trigger
Once
laws.
again, this is out of context. I talked about, you're trying to pose me saying that he does not support Utah's trigger
Quote,
laws.
he has not come out and said it. That's the problem when it comes to the Republican primary. And, yes.
If you would like to have the opportunity to have an official statement about something, then you need to contact me, not somebody who's not even a spokesperson for the campaign.
Where are you located, Adriel, in D.C. or Utah?
I'm in Utah. I'm the campaign.
May I come speak with you right now?
No, because I am busy.
Project Veritas has quite a following. This is going to be explosive. So when you say you're busy, I'm not sure anything is more important than this today. So if we could kind of come by and talk to you here, that would be appreciated.
The field director is not a spokesperson for the campaign. That is my response.
So do you agree with what he said in the video? Does the congressman...
He said in the video, obviously. I don't have time to talk to you right now.
Okay.
If you want my response to just the fact that you've spoken to him. It is, you've spoken to the wrong person. He's
Will
not
you-
a spokesperson for the campaign.
Will you accept Dan Stevens' resignation?
Of course not. I don't even know what he has said or what this is even about.
What is the congressman's views on trigger laws?
I'm not prepared to discuss the congressman's views on trigger law.
Because Dan Stevens says that the congressman is not telling the voters what his views on trigger laws is.
Oh, good grief. Okay. If you want to send me an email, send me an email. I will get to you when I can.
I don't have time to do that, ma'am.
Okay, that's fine. Then don't.
Okay, but we have you on. We're filming this conversation, FYI, and we have all this on tape.
Fine. That's totally fine.
Okay.
You have not acted in good faith. You have not sent a question to the spokesperson. You have not given the spokesperson an opportunity to talk to
I'm
the...
giving you an opportunity right now. I don't have any interest in canned political statements. That's not my job as a journalist. My job is to tell people the truth, not to report what you want them to know. I want to report what you don't want them to know. I'm asking you right now. You're obviously acting in bad faith yourself because you're not answering my question.
I do not know his position on trigger laws. There you go.
I'm not interested in your canned email. I want to know the truth.
Daniel, we can just hang up right now. He's...
All right, there you have it. The congressional campaign not accepting your resignation, and obviously we want to know the truth, not they're prepared. Yeah.
I'm not a spokesperson.
Right.
It's unfortunate that you're doing this. I really do.
But the-
I admired you guys. I really did. I've watched your videos, and I thought,
This is what we do in every single situation.
no. You go after a 23-year-old, 24-year-olds, right?
Sometimes. What is your job function for the campaign?
I work on volunteers. I do the volunteer program. I make sure that volunteers are coming to the campaign. That's all I do.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you. All right.
Take care.
You too. What's your name?
James O'Keefe. That was a long conversation we had with the field director who said he would like to resign, called the campaign manager who refused to accept his resignation. But this really belies the problem in modern politics, that they give you the canned responses. So we're trying to get to the truth. We're trying to dig deep and shine a light in places where they don't want the light shine. But at least he had a conversation with us and spoke with us and took responsibility for what he said, which is a lot more than what most people do. Reporting from Provo, Utah on a loud, busy street, this is James O'Keefe.